Oh, we see me. We see me. Hi, guys. How are we doing? How's everybody doing today? As y'all may
Um,
all know, we are here gathered to talk
let me
about
see.
season 7 that just premiered on the CW of All American that you can watch live or you can stream the next day for free on the CW app. How's everybody doing today? Are y'all excited to talk about this and dive more in with some of the guests and cast from this season?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Period. Everybody is so excited. Good. Glad to hear that. Well, without further ado, guys, I would like to introduce some of the guests to you guys that will be joining us for our first half, and then the other half will be joining us in a little bit. But without further ado, today we have Mr. Michael joining us, Mr.
Hey,
Nathaniel, and OC.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good, man.
It is good to see you guys. I'm so excited to talk about season 7 of All American that all of you are in. And I just have to give my hats off to you guys. I watched the first episode and it is literally so amazing and so engaging. And I'm just so happy to see this. But let's go ahead and roll the promo for season 7 so everybody can see and get caught up on what we're here to talk about.
Bet.
It's the first day of school. I do not want to screw up.
Jordan, you're gonna be an amazing coach.
Come on, who would have thought we'd be here?
hey, sit down!
They're both your problem now.
The longer you let people keep you in a box, harder it gets to break out.
Khalil's a good kid. He just needs somebody to believe in him.
Cats like you need to talk some respect.
By who? Bro, that's apparently too stupid to graduate.
I'm feeling a bit of pressure.
Dad, you're a great coach, and you got me.
Coach's son. That explains the power trip.
You do realize that you're not their teammate, right?
Just mean I can count on you to be the leader I need you to be.
Yeah, sure, I'll try.
I was looking for a little more fire, but I'll take it.
On this field, winners are born.
My dad was a winner. There was not a single life that he didn't have a positive impact on. I love football.
What would you say if I wanted you to come play for me?
Guys, that
Yeah,
was literally amazing.
man.
Wow, 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 wow. That is a jam-packed show if I have ever seen one. But before we dive in, I would like to talk about CW's partnership with Red Cross. As you all know, we are all LA residents, and All American is shot in LA. So we are moved to donate and support wildfire relief in our city. The CW will be making a donation to Red Cross as part of this live event. And if you guys want to donate, we will pin a link at the top of the live so you can donate all the way throughout. And if you want to do it after, you can do that to proceed as well. But without further ado, guys, I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this season. And Mr. Michael, I want to start with you because crossing over from literally going from being a player to a coach, this is your 7th season on All American. What's your favorite part about getting back into the role of Jordan?
I mean, just getting the opportunity to play for the last 7 years, year after year, has been a fantastic opportunity. And just quite the situation, and I'm happy to be here. One of the happiest, I guess, things that I most enjoy about coming back to playing Jordan is, playing with his heart. I think he's got a big heart, gets him into trouble sometimes. We've seen that in the past. But this season, he's got to tap back into a bit of a more of a serious tone and just really trying to hone in on being the best mentor that he can be for these kids. And so getting to work with folks like Osi and Nate here, Nathaniel here, excuse me, has been fantastic thus far. I wish that we worked more, and I can't wait to see what we do in the back half of the season.
I love that. And speaking of you being a coach, how did you approach playing the role of Coach Jordan?
I just walked around my house for multiple months with a whistle in it and practiced my different whistle techniques and trying to figure out, how to blow it the best. Sorry.
What?
But I'm really just trying to lean into, like I said, a little bit more of a serious version of Jordan because, as you can tell, I am not the most serious individual. But for him to be able to, mentor these kids and lead these kids, I knew he was going to have to step into a little bit more of a serious mindset, if you will, and just, lead with his heart still. I think that's still the best thing he's got.
I love that. And I see that you're getting into that serious role. I love that you had major Instagram pride because I'm like, we see you already branching over into that not being friends with the players anymore and you're stepping into the role of Coach Jordan. So,
Right.
but before you got into this role, did you have any real life coaching or mentoring experience?
Absolutely. I mean, I had about 20, 20 years of being an athlete, and so I knew what it was like to get yelled at from the top to the bottom.
Hmm.
But then after I left college, I actually came back and coached at my high school. I coached the track
Wow.
and field. I coached the hurdlers. So that was almost like life imitating art because I was actually, I graduated whenever some of the runners that were freshmen in high school, but then basically whenever they were seniors, I came back and was coaching them. So it was a weird dynamic that I had to really balance with of being able to be like, go run and get better, but at the same time, I'm your friend. So it's funny that that happens in the first episode because that actually kind of took place in my own life.
That's amazing. And
Hmm.
see that funny enough, I did the 110 hurdles in high school and
Oh,
I failed my first meet and never did it again. So
I'm
you should
sorry.
have been able to coach me up as well. But that's neither here nor neither
We
here
can
nor
fix that.
there.
We can fix that. It's just probably a trail leg issue. We get that
Well,
later.
I don't put a little more weight since high school, so I don't know if I'm jumping anymore, but I'm gonna still need you to be that coach role. And speaking of you coaching and motivating others, did you have any advice for Nate when he joined the cast? Because you were in the same shoes as him, being that it's his first season and it was your first season 7 years ago joining the show.
I feel like I don't know, Nate. You tell me. You're here. I don't know if I necessarily sat down with Nate. I mean, I sat down with all the guys at the very beginning and
Yeah.
just kind of wanted to give them an opportunity to ask me as many questions as they wanted, but then also, lay out some ground rules as far as some of the things
Yep.
that we definitely don't do when on the set of All American, and hopefully they take that with every set to them in the future. But
Yep.
these Nate, OC, Antonio, everybody who's come on, Alexis, they're all professionals. They've all done this before to some degree, and so there wasn't a whole lot of coaching necessary. They're all very well within their right, and they know what they're doing. And we're very lucky to have them on the show.
You know what? I'm proud of
Wow.
you.
My
Speaking
heart.
so highly of your other castmates, that is amazing.
Thank
Kudos to
you.
Coach Jordan. And
Come
speaking
on.
of you, Mr. Nate,
Yo,
let's
yo.
get
Can
into
y'all see
this
me, by the
character.
way? Okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
we can,
I
we
can't
can.
see y'all.
We can see you.
Okay,
Bloop.
cool.
Uh-oh. We can see.
But Nate, speaking of you, let's get into your character, Mr. KJ,
Yes,
the
sir.
smooth man of the West.
Come
How
on.
are you liking playing the role of KJ?
Oh man, I'm loving it. I'm having a dope experience over here. Cast and crew is really cool. It's fun exploring KJ and his levels and just having fun with him, man. He's a fun kid, so it's a lot of fun to just experiment, try new things.
That is amazing. And it's so cool to see, Nate, that KJ's like being able to blossom and turn into who he's meant to be and doing all these different side quests. Like that scene of you on the beach, you out there showing out, okay, we get it, you're a D1 football player. Like,
Yes,
no need to come
sir.
crap on the other quarterbacks. But I mean, you running circles around the boys, so that's dope to see. But Nate, I know this is your first time in a lead role. So how was the energy and experience on your first day of set?
Oh man, it was amazing. Technically the first day I was on set was the table read. So I
Uh-huh.
remember being like, I don't want to say anxious, but it was like a positive anxiety, if that makes sense. I was just excited, to
Yeah,
walk in
yeah.
there and meet everybody, meet the crew, meet the writers, producers, and then meet the cast, of course. And as soon as I walked in there, man, the energy, it was booming. Like everybody was so welcoming. I was talking to everybody, and everybody was so
Hmm.
excited to have me a part of this established show. So I just remember being super excited and like ready to go, ready to start working, ready to bring my own energy, my own vibe to the character, bring something new to All American. I was excited to see what I could bring. And then yeah, I got along with everybody, man. Like everybody was so welcoming. Alexis and Antonio, we're the new kids on the block, so
Hmm.
we kind of banded together. You know what I'm saying? Like that
Made
first
a little
night,
alliance.
yeah, we made a little alliance, not that the OGs were like mean or anything, but it's like, as the new kids, we banded together. We went bowling that night, and we clicked immediately. And
Hmm.
I feel like that's where the start of our chemistry started to build. And hopefully, that's being showcased on the screen, man. But I was just excited overall.
It is, and it's so awesome to see and hear that y'all made that alliance because sometimes it is very intimidating to come onto a new set of OGs. But I'm glad that everybody was so welcoming and open arms, and it was just great energy on the set. So, what else can we expect to see from KJ this season, without any
Man,
spoilers?
yeah, without any spoilers, I'd say we're just gonna see KJ having a fun time because I think KJ he brings that that black boy joy. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
supposed to light up every room he's in. He's that beacon of light for the show. I feel, and for all the characters within the show. But yeah, you'll see him go on a roller coaster as well because he's experiencing this new life. He's coming from Oakland, seemingly perfect life, two-parent household with his dad as the head coach. You know what I'm saying? So with his hard work and his dad's direction, I mean, he's top 20 QB in the state. But now everything has shifted when he was forced to move to LA against his will. You know what I'm saying? So everything is just kind of different for him. So we'll see that roller coaster emotionally, and then we know how All American is with their love triangles and their vortexes. So you're definitely gonna see him in some messy drama with the girls. It gets real messy over here, but it should be a fun watch. I just want people to enjoy, to
Hmm.
feel when KJ's on the screen. So yeah, you should
That is.
expect to feel some things.
Well, we are going to be feeling it, and we are so excited to see all the romances, the friendships, and everything grow. But speaking of you being forced to move to LA, Mr. OC, aka Cassius, let's get into Cassius as a character. How are you today, OC? I mean, I just picked up what he put down on the ground. He was talking about how he was forced to let me say it a little louder for the people in the back. Forced to move to
Force.
LA and just uproot his life in Oakland, all because his dad wanted to get some time to himself. So OC, tell us a little bit about Cassius. Right. Right. And Nate, speaking of that, when you had to move to Los Angeles, did you expect to have such a big change? Like when your family told you that they were not divorcing but splitting, how did you think that was going to affect KJ as a character until you had that little date situation at the little restaurant?
Yeah, so I mean, I think any kid hearing anything like that, their parents separating and having to up and move to a whole new city, I mean, that would cause a lot of distress for anybody. You know what I'm saying? That means
Uh-huh.
new environment. That means new people. That means new relationships. And for KJ, that means a new football team. You know what I'm saying? So back in
Right.
Oakland, his team was solid. His team is winning chips. You know what I mean? So now he's going. He has to learn this new team, and he has to be the leader as the QB. And with these Beverly kids who are a little more lax, they're a little more chill. And KJ's not with that. He has a very much winning mentality, like that Mamba
Hmm.
mentality. And he shares that same mentality like his father Cassius. And so them two together kind of have to they're working to win, and that day, yeah, he was distressed. He didn't want to move to LA. He wanted to stay with his old team back in Oakland. So when Amina came in and she came in like a guardian angel and saved the day for KJ. She was definitely his support system in that moment, and that's when he kind of realized like, okay, wait, LA might be cool. Like I can actually make friends here. And Amina was the first person he felt he can be vulnerable with, and felt as if like there are actually genuine people out here. After we see what happens in the first episode, he getting guns pulled on him and all types of commotion. So Amina was definitely that saving grace for him.
That's good, KJ. Now, talking about Amina, when she kissed you on the beach, did you expect a punch and then to be held at gunpoint after that? Like, what
Man,
went through your mind?
man, KJ was looking for a good time. He thought he was gonna go back home that night to Oakland, or not that night, but later on in the week, go back to Oakland and just be chill. Like he's having a good time on the beach with his friends.
Hmm.
And then a random girl come up to him, kiss him on the mouth, and then he gets a gun pulled on him. He gets punched in the stomach. That's crazy. He's like,
Right. You
what's
didn't even
going
know her
on? You know
name
what I'm
at the
saying?
time.
What did KJ do? KJ is a chill guy. He did not deserve that. But yeah, then he went home crying to his parents, which is understandable.
And that was the crazy part. KJ didn't even know Amina's name at the time. She just ran up on him and used him as like,
Ran up on him.
right, as a little
He didn't
shield of
ask for none
protection.
of
Like
this.
she wanted
He
to
didn't
throw
ask.
shade. And now KJ out here having to defend himself. But it was cool how y'all got to reconnect at the table. And when she did that U-turn, that was so cool. And you go tell me something. I look that bad. I died laughing. That was hilarious. I'm so excited and can't wait to see how that relationship builds and just
Yes,
we find out more about those two.
right.
But I have a couple of questions for you guys, if that's okay, as a group.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. As we know, all of the crew and cast are like one big family. So we want to know who is the most serious when they're on set.
OC.
Starting with you, Michael. Answer.
OC.
Yeah,
He's the most serious
definitely.
one out there, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a sit. Yeah, he's the most serious. He's always like this. So, Let me get my gum. Let me get my gum then. Let me get my gum then, yeah? Right?
I love that. And wait. Before we finish these questions, OC, I want to ask you one more thing about your character, Cassius. I know Cassius is a very determined person, and he's determined to prove him. Wait, can y'all see OC?
We lost OC.
Ooh.
Did
Yes,
you see?
OC.
We can hear him.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Yeah,
You
my
okay?
screen.
Oh, there I am. Okay, cool.
There we go.
Okay.
Continue,
Um,
please. Yeah.
yes. So we know that OC is a very determined person, and he's determined to prove himself. So how do you approach navigating his character and working with the new cast?
Well, first of all, it's just been a dream come true to even like join this cast and this show because I've been a fan since season one.
Uh huh.
So when I found out about it, I was stoked. And I think the main thing that I came onto the show wanting to do was to not emulate Billy and Tay Diggs in any way, but just kind of put my own stamp and add my own flavor to the legacy that already exists. And I
Uh
feel as
huh.
though even though we've had like the Billy and Jordan father-son like coach football relationship, we haven't seen this in All American where there's like a younger father also trying to find his way with a star football player that he's trying to lead in the right direction as well. So my approach was just to be truthful, to trust the scripts and the writing that's been given, and trust in the relationships and the chemistry that me and Nathaniel have on set, which I feel like translates on screen as well.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. It really does. So how do you feel about them saying you're the most serious when you're on set?
I mean, I'll take it. I'll take
Man, yo, this is the first time I've ever heard like his British accent for real. Like he's
Me
locked in on
too.
set. Yes, he
Yeah,
he
I
stays in
stay in
his
the
American
accent.
accent. This dude is
I stay
serious
in the
about it.
accent.
That is
This is not a joke.
crazy. Well,
Yeah, as
being
soon as
that
I
y'all are
get to
all here,
set.
I have got to experience you guys all together on one day on set. So I feel like I have an answer, but I want to know who do y'all think is the biggest comedian while being on set?
Mike.
Nah, get
For
Yeah,
out of
sure.
here.
For sure, Mike.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I
sometimes
think
I
it's
be
Mike, man, for
This
sure.
dude is always joking around. For sure.
I can
what?
see that. And I completely 100% agree. Mike, do you
Damn,
agree as well?
I be joking sometimes. I don't know.
You know, sometimes can be words all the time. And if y'all had to pick, who are y'all choosing? Beverly or Crenshaw?
Beverly.
Good call.
Everly.
Big
We
Hey.
Beverly.
got two. Of
Hey.
course, y'all gonna
Hey.
choose. Okay, Mike, you
Hey.
better stand on
They
business.
set me up to fail.
That's fine, but listen here, you stand on business. That's all we need because we know the two boys that went to Beverly. That's all we got so far. So we hopefully Crenshaw can hold it down and stand on business when it comes to it. But I also have a good question for you guys. As y'all know, Valentine's Day is coming up. Yeah, Michael,
Yep.
thank you.
Yep.
Other finger.
Ooh.
Valentine's Day is coming up. What type of guys are y'all? Are y'all some stay in the house type of guys and celebrate, or y'all going out?
I'll keep my ass in the
Video
crib,
games.
man.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
go that
staying
way.
inside.
Yeah.
I'm be
I'll play
cuddled
some
up
Call
with
of
my
Staying
Duty,
babe.
inside.
watch some movies,
Ooh,
get some
come on,
takeout,
cuddle up with the babe.
take
So
myself
y'all
out on a
I'm
stand
be
date.
cuddling.
aside.
Yeah. Yeah.
We love to see
I'm
it.
gonna
We love
tuck.
to
I'm
see
gonna
it.
tuck my
Well,
Xbox
guys, let's
controller
open the
in.
floor up to our chat and let them know if they have any questions for you guys. This is the time to ask now. If y'all have any question for
Fire
these
away.
amazing young men.
I wish I could see y'all, but I couldn't.
Mike is over there eating these dang golden, I mean, fish plates. Oh my goodness,
Good
I'm such a
boy.
fan. I love All American. That is great.
What the heck are you guys doing on Valentine's Day? Let's hear it. What is
Going to
Valentine's Day? Is
sleep.
it Friday?
Oh, I like this. Okay. If you weren't in the arts profession, what profession would you like to have done?
Ooh.
Medicine.
I
Mhm.
think I would want to be like a chiropractor.
Hmm.
I think it's very satisfying hearing all the cracks and stuff.
Right, when they put a little mice on it.
Yeah.
What about you, OC?
I think I'd either want to be a photographer
Mm-hmm.
or a professional skateboarder.
Oh yeah.
And I can see, I don't know why photographer just really stood out because with the British accent, he's like, no, photography is like the beauty and the image of the beholder. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what it
Oh,
just
telling
gave
you.
when you said photographer.
that sounds just like something I would say. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You.
Is it?
The
Um.
beauty
No.
of
No.
photography.
Oh,
No.
wow.
No.
It's just like, see,
You're
no,
going Aussie.
I know who. You know what? Never claimed to be British, but somebody else also asked. Somebody also asked if you could play another character in the show, who would it be and why?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, that is.
Mm.
Mm,
Hmm.
that's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, probably uh, including previous characters. I don't know. I still don't know actually.
Yeah, ask
I
anything.
kind of like playing. I like playing Jordan. You know.
Yeah, it's hard.
I'll go one.
It's
So, I mean, I'm coming in fresh, and I feel like just to have a different vibe, I'd love to see what it's like to play somebody who's still with his wife. Um,
So you
so
ain't out
I
there
mean,
drinking at Layla's.
exactly.
nope.
I feel that. If I had to choose one, low key, I feel like I would want to play Jordan.
Mm,
Because Jordan, like I love the dynamic that you had at the beginning of the episode, like how you're jokingly, you still don't know to differentiate from being a coach and then being a player as well. Because I liked how you got along with the boys and was able to like
mm,
lift weights and do the rope pulls and stuff like that. But I also would want to see a little bit of myself playing KJ because that's a cool role too. I mean, like you the
Hey.
new person in town that everybody wants to
mm.
talk to you and be you, and you do that little smooth way of trying to slide to the girl Amina and throw the ball over there. Hey, watch out. And then you just stood right, right. And he stood there. It was the way he stood there in silence and just stood and watched her. And she didn't even low key pay you no mind at first. And he still stood there. So that was cool to see. But yeah, Mike, so you sticking with you would still just want to play Jordan.
Yeah, I'm happy with Jordan. You know, I'm married to him. I've been married to him for the last 5 years.
That is amazing. And
Um.
You
KJ?
know,
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I had to choose anybody, maybe. This is hard. This is really hard, but maybe I say Cassius. Yeah,
mm,
I play Cassius so I can see what it's like to be a father and a coach.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool.
We'll
I'm
see.
gonna ask you one more question. What character wardrobe they like to swap with? That's a good question. What's one character's wardrobe you would like to swap with?
I don't know. KJ might be the flyest. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
low key.
Dude, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not
KJ
trying
be
to be
putting it
biased
on.
and I'm not trying to pick sides, but when I did a 10 sec, KJ was kind of fresh.
Come
He was smooth.
on.
He is smooth.
Hey,
Come
Cash has
on.
got some fits too, man. I like my fits. I got some kicks
Yeah.
that are really I want to take home with me for real.
You
Honestly,
will.
I mean, if you slid them in your bag and just act like they disappeared, I don't think they could do
I don't
anything.
know where they
They
went. They
they
just happened to be
they
in
can't
London.
check
I
your
don't
Correct.
know
bag
what's
at the
going on.
gate. No matter
You
what
say
you
Can't check
what?
it
say,
at the
they
gate.
can't check your bag at the gate.
Okay, so I take
Noted.
that back. Do not
No,
proceed to
no,
take
no.
in your
I'm
bag
saying that
because
they can't check your bag. You're good. No, no.
Oh,
They
you're
oh,
good.
legally
so
Oh, you get the
take
money
take them home with you indeed.
That's
fill
some
it
good
up.
advice from an
Fill it
OG
up.
right there.
from the
Noted.
Correct.
OG.
Because but now we're
Well,
talking
Michael,
live, so
anything
they
you want to
gonna
tell
know to
us?
check your bag.
Nah, I'm just I got a lot of clothes in my closet. You know, some of them are
Uh,
mine. Some of them weren't purchased by me. It just depends.
Now let us find that the coach Jordan over here stealing from said.
I'm not
yeah.
stealing. I'm borrowing. There's still time.
Oh, okay. So
Uh,
okay, you know what? Borrowing
The show's
with
still
the
running.
thoughts process of giving it back.
It's an open door policy. If they need it back, they call me. I can bring it back
I love that. Well, guys,
if
thank you
they
so
know it's
much
me.
for joining us today. We appreciate you coming on and giving us the time, and we are so excited to hear and learn more and watch more and get to know more of your characters this season. OC and um, KJ. Nate, don't give me that brow. I was going to say
wait a
Nathaniel, but
minute.
I was
Oh,
about to say Nathaniel,
yeah, you can call me
but I
Nate,
had
man. You can
to.
call me Nate. You can call me
Yeah,
Nate.
right,
It's all
right. But thank you guys so much for your time. We appreciate it, and we're excited to get this other group of people up here. So, guys, sayonara. Enjoy the rest of
Thanks,
y'all's days.
Markel.
Peace.
Of
Thank you
course,
guys
Enjoy
for
the
brother.
tuning
second
in.
wave, viewers.
Enjoy,
Enjoy the second
Peace.
enjoy.
wave.
I feel like they'll be better than. Who said that?
Cheers.
Didn't
Bye.
anybody say that?
I don't know how to
Don't
say
nobody
bye.
didn't say that, guys.
Know how to
Who's
get up
who
out
No,
of
no,
here.
say?
it's gonna be great.
I feel like I'm very excited to talk to Miss Greta and Miss Alexis and Mr.
Uh
Kareem.
huh. Uh huh.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yes, guys, I'm so excited to talk to them because as I was talking, hold on, y'all. We gonna plug in so we don't talking to them. But as I was on set, I got to meet and talk to Alexis, and she was so sweet. And I got to meet Greta as well at an event, so I'm so excited to talk to her as well. Y'all, give me 2 seconds. Jesus, take the wheel. Hey, y'all, hold on. Your boy's plugging up his phone. Hey, guys.
Hi.
How are we?
We're good. Kareem, look at you in your Super Bowl gear. You're ready.
Right, Kareem, you letting us know something that we don't? Where's our gear at? Wait, can y'all hear Kareem?
I can't hear you, Kareem.
Oh, we aren't getting any audio from you yet, Kareem. But ladies, how are y'all doing so far?
I'm amazing. Happy Tuesday, everyone.
Come on, happy Tuesday. Greta, you and Alexis, holy cow,
Can
y'all
y'all
are
hear me now?
beautiful.
Yes,
Yes,
we can
Kareem,
hear
we
you now.
can.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you hear us? Kareem, we got to get that service
All
together, my
right.
brother. But Alexis and Greta, can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. And I
You
can hear
Amazing.
Alexis.
guys see me clearly.
Yes, we can,
Yes.
sweetheart.
All
Clearly
right.
beautiful.
Cool.
Amazing.
All right.
Well, Miss Greta, starting with you. First off, how's your day going, sweetheart?
It's good. I had a very early start, but I had a little power nap. I'm ready. I'm excited to be here and very excited to be talking to you again.
Oh, so excited to talk to you as well. Greta, you are gorgeous. I have to say, you are. You're a beautiful girl. Your face card is eating. It is eating.
Please. Well, thank you. I got up very early, so that's very kind of you to say. I mostly just feel very sleepy, but
No
I
matter the time of
appreciate
the
it.
day, you
That's
still
so
gonna
nice.
slay. Oh, that's a good punchline. We need to put that on a shirt for you.
Yes, I love that.
No matter the time of the day, Greta will still slay.
You're so
Hmm.
sweet. Thank
Well, let's
you.
talk about Layla's journey on this season, Greta.
Mm-hmm.
She, first off, this first episode, I was just talking to Mike.
Is
You
that
need to
cool?
push him down some stairs because why was he ignoring you when you were trying to help pick those color paints?
Honestly, like, I'd be pissed. Like, this is our house. I'm trying to make it cute. I'm trying to paint it. I want your involvement. But they, obviously, as you would have seen, they ended up making up pretty quick until Jordan's new coaching technique once again sort of foiled things. But
You know what? It's gonna be all right because hopefully Mr. Jordan gets it together because
yeah,
obviously we know.
he better.
Hello, thank you. Lala ain't got time to be just waiting around. But Greta, you have had a really good time and you've grown up with this role of Lala. So when you started, she was ultimately a high school student and trying to find her way, and now she's a newlywed trying to find her way. Are you able to pull from real life situations in your real life to channel Lala, or how are you able to tap into playing the role of her?
I mean, I think it's been, 6 years now of playing this character. So
Mm-hmm.
after that much time, you really gain a familiarity and a comfortability. So at this point, while there's always a separation, of course, between yourself and character, they sort of ebb and flow into one another. And there's just so many similarities, so many things that I think at this point, she's taught me. And I think also that our amazing writing team has probably infused a little bit of me into her as well, and certain dynamics and friendships within the cast. So
Mm-hmm.
I just think, I've been so lucky to play Layla for 7 years now, or going into the seventh season, that there's just a real comfortability with it. And, it's so rare nowadays for a show to go that long,
Mm-hmm.
and to just have this much time with the character. So I just feel very grateful.
That is amazing to hear, sweetheart. And it's so
Mhm.
amazing to see you grow with this character as well. And my next question I wanted to ask, do you like the journey that Layla's on in life, or what would you personally like to see for Layla this season?
I love the journey that she's on. So this season, it's a lot about finding her identity again. She's someone who has achieved a lot very young, and
Mm-hmm.
at this point in her life feels a little bit stuck. She's not sure what's next. And I think that anxiety about timelines is something that, especially I think young people really struggle with a lot. And so I think it's really special to be able to address that on our show and see how she moves through and perseveres through that.
Mm-hmm.
And she does find, what that next thing is for her. And she's a really ambitious young woman. So when she finds it, she goes straight for it. And as always, the mental health aspect of her storyline is something that we touch on. And I'm so happy that our show, really shows that mental health is a journey. It's not something that you sort of wrap up neatly in one episode. It stays with you. It's something that um, you deal with for your whole life, and as you deal with it, you gain new tools, and you learn to process and to address things better, and to use your support systems and to lean on people. And so I think we'll get to see Layla doing that for herself, but also paying that forward and sort of hopefully being a mentor and support to some of our newer characters, like Amina.
And yes, speaking of Miss Amina, how are you, love?
I'm. How are you?
I'm doing good. That's what we want to talk about. Miss Amina this season, girl, listen here. You on the beach, first off, leaving the house. I was like, okay, first off, sir, body, yada, yada.
Oh,
Yes, truly,
Yes, I said yes,
girly.
ma'am.
Yeah,
Amina
yes,
is
yes,
a force to be messing with if we're talking about anything. But I also see that Amina and Preach has a very strong daughter and dad dynamic that you guys are trying to embark on this season. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
yes. I think what is so special, first of all, I just love sharing the screen with Kareem Grimes. He is absolutely amazing. From the time that I got here, he basically took me under his wing, which is the same thing you see in Amina and Preach's relationship. From the beginning, he was adamant about being in her life, and he thought it was imperative to serve not just as like her father, but to actually be present in her life. And that is just so beautiful to see. It wasn't like he pushed her away. He was always wanting to make sure that she had her father in her life and that he could show up for her in the best way possible, that so that she could show up the best way herself. And I just think that's really beautiful to have seen. And as we go into this like new season, there's new dynamics that they're building between themselves, and they're on this journey of her trying to get her dad to see that she is finally grown, that
Girl.
womanhood. And it's it's a beautiful parent child thing that I think all parents and children go through. But she is very, very adamant about making sure her dad understands that you can trust me with the way that you've raised me. You can trust me and trust how I show up in the world. So I think she's really going to be embarking on that journey with her father.
That is amazing to see, love, and it's so cool to see you really get the chance to embark on that adulthood and womanhood that you're speaking of. Because, girl, your phrase, they say, I love that you're auditioning to be for a job, and girl, they tried to put you talking about some of your first job since you want to be an adult is DD. That ain't what we signed up for. They
At all.
very much get it misconstrued because we said we want to be an adult. We don't want to be a caregiver. We're not taking care of y'all because y'all drunk. Let Miss Greta. But what we
Listen.
really want to know is how are you gonna navigate these friendships and romances this season?
Ooh, okay. So I think that you can't spell teen without trouble. So it's,
Ooh.
but I feel like with any relationship, whether it be platonic or romantic,
Mm-hmm.
it will go through its highs and flows, or his highs and lows and ebbs and flows, because you have moments that you celebrate together. You have moments that you guys cry together. You have moments where somebody's stronger than the other and you have to lean on them for help. So I think it's going to be really interesting. I think both characters, when she's with Khalil, he brings out one side of her. When she's with KJ, he brings out another side of her. She has to be a little tougher with Khalil to get through his exterior. And with KJ, she does get to be a little bit more soft, but I think both of them have their complexities. Both relationships have their complexities, and it's gonna be really exciting to just see how Amina navigates it. She's passionate about what she wants, and she likes to get what she wants. And of course, you know, she'll figure it there. She is very headstrong, but very confident and very firm in how she moves throughout life, which is really beautiful to see in a young Black girl.
Yes, girl. Girl, I almost started singing when you just said they had to lean on you, girl. I was gonna start singing in the background. We just need to have that playing. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. Yeah, KJ them gonna need you to be their friend and to help you, because when you did that U-turn in the restaurant, that was everything. Because girl, I thought you were gonna walk out. Because first off, you did turn around when he came in, and I was like, no, girl, you better. I like to talk when I'm watching. I'm like, girl, you better turn around and go speak to him right now. Because I'm like, you kissed that man and you got him a punch in the gut. And I'm like, he didn't even know your name. So you better go address him. And then when you walked out and did the U-turn, I was like a little schoolgirl kicking my feet on the bed, like, yes, girl, get your man, get your man, get your man. So that is going to be so exciting to see you be able to navigate those friendships and romances, and just see how you really get to play up those roles as Amina. But girl, like, I'm rooting for you, and I can't wait to see who you end up with.
A lot. Amina's learning a lot, but she's also in the midst of that. I think what's so special about her character is that she's also navigating her mom's death, and that is in the midst of all of these things. These are the moments when we talk about Rose should be able to ask her mom for help, and she doesn't. So it's another dynamic, another level of how she navigates romance in this time in the absence of her mother.
Mm-hmm.
So
That is amazing to hear, and I'm guessing that's where Preach, Mr. Kareem comes in. How we doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm blessed. I can't complain. It's amazing getting to talk to you guys and chat and get to learn so much more about this season. And I just want to say, first off, all of y'all are phenomenal. And this is amazing getting the opportunity to share a platform and just talk and learn about you guys and just hear so much about your stories and all that. So it's cool to see. But I want to talk more about your character, Preach. Can we know a little bit about him from this? What we'll get to learn from Preach this upcoming season?
Yeah, I think what Alexis hit on is, now you're starting to see this father and daughter relationship start to blossom in front of everybody. And
Mm-hmm.
what's so beautiful about this show and the writing on this show is that now we're taking a deeper look into Preach and Amina's relationship,
Mm-hmm.
to where he's kind of kept, certain situations, her mom, kind of like at bay, and not trying to put it out there to be able to talk to it. But I think, this season, we have to deal with those things. But also, too, number one, which is beautiful, is that you get to see a black man stepping up to the plate to be a father to his daughter,
Mm-hmm.
which we don't see too much on TV.
Right.
So I think that's the beauty about, the writing and this show tackling that, is that now we get to see Preach in full father mode, being able to deal with her daughter and boys and school and all those things that come with it. And I think that's just going to be super exciting for this season 7. I always, look at what people and the fans talk about in the blogs and on Instagram, and sometimes I peek through, and sometimes I have time to, I have time. So I tell people, like, listen, you know what I mean? Like, don't write the show off because you haven't even seen the episode yet. Like, literally, this is a new cast. We're taking it back to, what I'm saying, the high school and football. And, they're doing a phenomenal job. And we just want to create good television
Mm-hmm.
for people to just be able to sit down and watch every Monday with their family and friends.
That is amazing. And yes, y'all do
Yeah.
not write the show off yet because I feel like it's going to be some entertaining things that are happening. I just know how I was on the edge of my seat for episode 1, and I'm like, I can only
Yeah.
imagine what's coming next. But I would like to ask you also, how do you
Yeah.
approach playing the role of Preach,
Mhm.
being a teacher and Preach being a father? How do you separate and differentiate the two?
Oh man, I have a lot of friends. Actually, a good friend of mine that I went to school with is now a principal at the high school that I went to, and he's also
Wow.
a parent as well. So, just I have a lot of friends, like I said, that I went to school with that are either now teachers or in the education field, and just observing. I think as an actor, you observe, and then you kind of pick pieces from your life to kind of put that together into this character, man. It's just been a joy for me and a true blessing. I've always told this story. Preach was only supposed to do 2 episodes in the first season of All American. And,
Mm-hmm.
here we are, season 7, full 360 of this character. He's a father now. Like you said, he's a teacher now, taking on that role. So, this season is definitely going to be tough to be able to, kind of like be a father to your daughter who's
Mm-hmm.
in your class, but also still be the teacher and not
Mm-hmm.
show the father as much in the class to embarrass his daughter. But I think, I think we told a fine line with that. And like I said, that just goes to the writing. It's a collaborative effort. It's a family. And, I've had time to, progress into, Preach. And now I think we started, Preach season 4, season 5, with him being at the school.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got a little bit of that under his belt. So now I think with season 7, we get to really see him in full stride, taking on the teacher role. And ultimately, what Preach does the most is give good advice. Recognize and see students who may be in going into a negative way, and kind of pulling them back on track and using his own experiences to say, hey, listen, I was you before. This is what happens if you take this route, or you can take this route, and this is what can happen. So, I think we'll definitely see a lot of that this season in season 7 with Preach.
That is amazing to hear. And hearing
Yeah,
how Preach is like being able to motivate and talk to the
yeah.
students and get them going. Did you have any teaching experience before the season?
No, man, not at all. I think, like I said, just pulling from my own experiences in school. I'm a little bit
Mhm.
older, so there weren't many black male teachers. Uh,
Right.
when I was coming up, but when I did have a male teacher, it was just like I locked in. It was just like, oh, okay, cool. And once again, I have to go back to the writing. And this is why this show is this way, is that, they're taking on real life situations and,
Right.
real life stories of, black male teachers and how they're stepping in and really making a difference, in the school and also in their community. So, just pulling from experiences and talking to people to just kind of really bring the teacher part of preach to make it as authentic and grounded as possible.
That is amazing to hear. And that's so true. Because when we did have that male black teacher or just any black teacher in general, it was easy enough to lock in with them and just feel
For
that
sure.
at homeness and the comfort and the support and stability
Yeah,
of that coming from that teacher. So that is so amazing to hear. And
yeah,
I know Preach is very wise and he's filled
yeah.
with wisdom. How does that inspire you in your actual life?
For me, man, I just kind of live by it. Anybody that follows my social medias,
Hmm.
I'm always putting something inspirational, something that speaks to my spirit, something that, I try to implement into my life each and every day that I'm blessed to be able to wake up and get another chance at it. So, for me, it's just, doing a lot of reading and just, self-development and just spreading that out into my platform because I think people need it. And for me,
Hmm.
I kind of knew what Instagram and these different social media platforms can be used for. And,
Right.
for me, I just choose to use my platform in a positive way. I rarely, if any, post anything negative or crazy.
Uh-huh.
So for me, like I said, I take it very serious to where, the world, there's a lot going on in the world, and I just want to
Right.
be able to do my part to put some type of light, some type of positivity, some type of love, some type of encouragement for somebody to be able to see. And I get it back. Like people DM me and say, yo, you don't know how much I needed that right now in
Hmm.
my life, so when you have people like that hitting you, all it does is just keeps that battery in my back to say, all right, well, let me just keep using my platform for positive and just really educational and just showing that love back to people that show me love.
That is amazing to hear. Well, guys, y'all heard it
Yeah.
from here first. Tap in when you need those uplifting words and words of encouragement because I know days when I need it, I be having to tap in and watch other people because y'all don't know when it's when you do speak those things, it does motivate. And it was one thing
Absolutely.
I had saw a quote the other day that really spoke to me and it has really like stood out among so many others. It was like the fear of failure is the or no, the fear of failure is the thief of opportunity, and that
Hmm.
stood out so much to me because I was like,
Mm,
sometimes we get so comfortable in situations and we don't want to branch out or try anything else because we're scared to fail. So
hmm.
you can be afraid of something if you don't try, So that's really
Yeah.
what stood out to me. But it's been so great getting to chat with you guys. I got a couple of questions before I let you guys go as a group, if
Sure.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
Without any
Let's do it.
spoilers, what has been the most memorable moment on set so far?
Mm.
Ooh, without
Um.
any spoilers. On set, like on the show, or just being on
Yeah.
set?
Either.
Because just being on set, we do karaoke Mondays, which is a lot of
Hmm.
fun with like our whole cast and crew.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which I think has, it's something that we started to do this season. Our amazing hair department head sort of organizes it every week, and
Yeah.
everyone comes out and they sing their hearts out, and it's just such a great way, when you have that like Monday slump at lunch, to just
Right.
like get your energy up to get you excited for the week and to get your energy up for the rest of the day.
For
That's amazing.
sure.
Greta, what is your go-to karaoke song?
My go-to karaoke song is "Don't Speak," no doubt. That is that or Mr. Brightside. It's one of those. It depends on like the vibe, like what you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I have a couple in my arsenal, and then we go from there.
Just going down. I mean, I would probably sing like a Whitney Houston or
I
like.
love that for you. That is not my journey. That's not my journey, but I
That's
really
not
love
her
that for you.
ministry. That's not her ministry. Hilarious.
I love that. Alexis, what is a memorable moment that has stuck out to you from set?
I also think karaoke, but I think that we tend to go bowling quite a bit. It's become
Yes,
like our outlet, our like cast outlet.
truly, yeah.
I think between that and karaoke, it's really strong. It's a really strong tie between the
It's a
two.
good
Right. It's
call.
okay to have two. Ain't nothing wrong with a little duo. And Kareem, what about you?
Man, just to really be honest, man, I think to just have the opportunity to be able to do what I love, each and every day, to be able to come up to set, see Greta, see Alexis, see the cast and crew. For me, like I said, to be to for my character only to in season one only have 2 episodes, and then here we are now. It's just a true testament of just how good God is, and just having the opportunity and really taking advantage of the full opportunity that's presented for you, and getting to work with talented individuals like these young ladies, the fellas that were on earlier, man. And I think for me that's what it is. I definitely love the karaoke. My karaoke go-to is anything that the Whispers put out. I'm old school
Ooh.
R&B. People know me as R&B Rain.
Okay. I'm like the whispers.
I
That's
love
something must be whispering from
that.
the back. I don't know if
People
I
gonna
ever
be like,
heard of the
what's the
whispers, but
Whispers?
I'm gonna
Who the
have to tap
Whispers?
in.
They're like, who the Whispers?
I'm
Who
gonna get
Greta
on
Right.
Onieogou?
Very
Spotify
much
after
is
this.
giving whispers.
When it
Yeah.
comes,
I'm like, is that a group or is it a person?
It's a group. It is a group. It is a group. Your mom probably most likely knows about the Whispers.
You know what? I'm gonna have to ask my mom right after this call. Mom, do you know about the whispers?
She'll be
And
like,
I'm
"Oh,
not talking
honey,
about the whispers
absolutely the
on the cat
Whispers."
face. That is amazing. Okay, guys. So, when you're on set, would you rather prefer coffee or tea?
Tea. I drink like 500 green teas in a day, so I know.
Oh.
Tea.
I gotta say,
Oh,
I
you know.
I,
mm,
No, Greta, I'm like, girl, that's a lot of green tea. You gonna turn into alphaba.
I know.
hilarious.
And what
Alphaba
would be
is
wrong with that? I would
hilarious.
actually love that. I would love.
You low key would eat that
Hilarious.
up.
Hilarious.
What about y'all? Would y'all prefer coffee or tea?
It just depends. If I have a super early call time,
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a little bit of coffee. But after that, during the day, I'm definitely a tea guy. Give me some lemon, honey, what is chamomile, green tea, Earl Grey's. I'll do that.
He's listing them off.
I'm about to
Yeah.
say he is
Chamomile, green tea.
Earl
You
Base,
know,
Alpha
listen, we
Base,
we do
girl,
have a
lemon
plethora.
lime,
We do have
Jim
a
Tom.
plethora of teas at our disposal. So
We
yeah.
do.
Child, I only know about Lipton, and that's just because it's always at the hotels. I'm like,
There's a
Jesus,
whole
I
world of
feel
tea
like I
out
really
there.
need to go do some research on tea now.
Hilarious.
Alrighty, guys, and I know this is a very controversial question, but the boys, they were divided last time. Are y'all choosing, if you had to pick one, Beverly or Crenshaw?
Tea house,
yeah,
Chris
Crenshaw.
Shaw.
Okay, I'm gonna have to rep Beverly then, because I mean that was Layla's high school, so she has to. Although now
And that
Jordan's at
is crazy.
full.
This is literally how it was. Uh, Nate and OC had picked Beverly, and
Mhm.
Mike had picked Crenshaw, and now we have two Beverlys and two
Yeah,
Crenshaws and one Beverly.
we have to
Here,
like
here,
there has to be some balance.
Hello, it's an
here's a
even
here's a
tie
fun
there,
fact.
guys.
Here's a fun fact. I'm originally from Los Angeles, so I went to Dorsey High School. So
Uh
anybody
huh.
from Los Angeles knows Dorsey High School and Crenshaw are rivalries. So
Oh
I'm
wow.
going out on this limb and saying Crenshaw, even though my Dorsey Dons are probably watching, stuck in their teeth and looking at me, but it is Crenshaw.
Right? They're
It
like,
is what it is.
we always knew he wanted to go to Crenshaw, y'all. You can't
Exactly.
trust him.
Right.
You can't trust him. And okay, last one. Are y'all early risers or night owls?
Night
Night out.
owls.
Night
Early
out.
riser.
How early? What time you getting up?
Today
When
I
you
got
don't
up
have to be
at
on set.
I went to the gym this morning, so I was up at 5 o'clock.
You said
I
what?
am the woman was too stunned to speak.
Like actually, I'm
AM of your own
Yeah,
volition?
yeah. 5 a.m. About an hour and a half in the gym, so I'm done by like 7:45, almost 8.
Don't ask
that's
me what time I get
great.
up when there's no alarm.
I want to be like that when I grow up. That's who
Hello.
I strive
Health is
to be.
5
wealth.
a.m. and then
That's
7:45.
amazing.
You working out, you working, it's not even a muscle group. You working on individual ligaments at that point.
But just think,
Jesus, take
like
the wheel
after
and guide
that,
the vessel.
I still have my day. I still have my day.
I mean, I do too. I just walk 2 miles on my little walking pad and listen here, Kareem. After I do my 2 miles, you can't tell me nothing. I
Nothing.
turn
I
sideways.
get
I
it.
really do think I'm like Bella Hadid.
I get it. I get it. I
You know,
get it.
I feel like that's, and I just do mine just like whatever time I get up. So I feel you. I feel you with the rest of the day. You know, I'm in the workout group too. I'm gonna start trying to get up at 5 and get my 2 miles done and just go back to sleep after that. You done inspired me once
Honestly,
again.
that's a good idea.
Now,
Low
look, I
I'm
will
key.
say
exhausted.
this. I do take a nap after I finish the gym. Trust or believe. I take a little 30-minute nap and then proceed.
And then
So
you
Do you
have your
have
yeah.
3 meals a day?
I'm trying to. My trainer's gonna kill me, but I try to, but it's between 1.5 and 2.
I'm lucky if I get one in. You know,
Yeah.
that walking pad really just breaks
Mhm.
down the appetite.
Burns everything. I got you.
Yeah, the walking pad. The walking pad just really eats up my appetite. I just want to go like eeny,
Gotcha.
meeny, miny.
Gotcha.
Well, guys, I want to open up the floor to these amazing people in the chat, and if y'all have any questions for these amazing cast members, y'all let us know. Are y'all answering fan questions? You just asked that, and yes, ma'am, we are. What would you like to know?
I'll
Not no
be
time some
doing
Greta be
Phoenix
out here
game.
having fun, so her bedtime is probably 2 in the morning, as it should.
Guilty. I am guilty. I am guilty. Yes.
Hello. Oh, that's a good question. Favorite new music artist from 2024.
Oh, Chapel Roan. I think for me that was um yeah, that was like I was listening to that album all of 2024. I'd say Chapel probably.
I would
Kendrick
say,
Lamar for me.
oh,
Okay. I'm just thankful it's not the whispers.
Wow. Hold that against me, why don't you, Mr. Mr. Washington? Thank you.
Oh.
I
Kendrick
must.
Lamar, you up to date,
I
period. They
thought this
not
was
like
a
us.
safe
They not like us.
space.
They not like
I thought this was a
us.
safe
He thought this was a
space.
whispers safe space,
I thought
You
but
this
know
was a
what? And
safe
it is.
space.
It is. You know what? I take that back. I retract my statement. You know what? He is a Kendrick Lamar person down. Kareem, I get behind it. I
Love
get
it.
behind it. Lexus, what about you?
I would say Beyonce, but we know it's not new, but this was a new genre for her. To
Mhm.
she was country. I always knew
I
that. But
live for that.
I'm from Texas, so it's like I really, really resonated with that album, and it was very different than any of her other music, but it was just amazing to me.
That is amazing. Somebody asked, what, this is a funny question. They asked, what is one of the most embarrassing moments that happened on set?
Mm.
Ooh,
My
embarrassing.
phone went off in the middle of a scene.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, that's the worst.
right. And they're like, quiet on set.
Yeah.
Literally,
Whose
I
phone is
was
that?
doing a scene with Tay, and yeah, season 5, and I was
Mm-hmm.
doing a scene with Tay, and it was like, "Tick," and I was like, "Sorry, guys, we gotta do this takeover again.
Right. What about you, ladies?
I can't think of anything off of the top of my head. Alexis, did you have something happen?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
in general, I'm not gonna lie, I did fall off of the stairs of my like trailer door, and that was very interesting. I'm okay,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna
but
say, did you sustain any injuries? That's like,
Imagine she walk up with two busted knees and the shorts and the beach team. They're like, for continuity, your knees can't be busted, babe. What happened?
it was funny because uh, Coach Bobby, actually, as you guys would know him as, Coach Bobby was walking out of his trailer at the same time, and he was like, there's stairs, like, there's a handle, those are stairs, and so that was really funny in the moment, like it cushioned the fall for sure.
They got one more question for you guys. They want to know, can we know about Lala and Amina and Jorday?
La,
Girl, don't give me the
Jordela.
line. Yes, there we go.
can we know about Layla, Amina, and Jordela?
Yeah.
Well, Layla and Amina have some fun. We have a really fun scene together in the first episode of the season. That was a lot of fun to do. Um, I love working with Alexis. She's the sweetest, as you obviously can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And Yeah, I think it's been really nice to see Layla sort of pay it forward a little bit in terms of like stepping into a mentorship role. And Amina is
Mm-hmm.
definitely one of the characters you see that with. And in terms of Jordela, you'll have to tune in and see. They're definitely in their, newlywed honeymoon phase. So it's just been a lot of fun to have Layla be settled and happy and, enjoying married life.
Amazing. That is
I will
amazing.
back off of that because it is a pleasure working with Greta. She is an absolute sweetheart, and so I because she understands what it's like to lose her mom young, I feel like they share some great moments together.
Mm-hmm.
So
They
they're
do, yeah.
really beautiful to just build that relationship.
Yeah, that's amazing. And Kareem, last question for you. Is there one person on set? Now, mind you, that this might get you beat up. Is there one
Ooh,
person that's on set that stands out to you that's your favorite person to work with?
no pressure,
Um,
Kareem.
Yeah, no
no
pressure at all.
pressure. No pressure. Um,
Remember, before you answer, I always say there's nothing wrong with the duo.
yeah, I think to be honest, man, hmm, man. I mean, it is what it is. It's definitely Alexis, Amina, because of this relationship that we're exploring this season. Um, yeah, more than anything. So yeah, it would definitely be Alexis.
I won't take it
Um,
personally, Kareem.
no,
Right.
listen, listen, Greta.
We'll have a
You
talk
know,
after the live.
we
We'll
listen.
have a
We
little
go way
chat.
back. We go way back. We go way back. But I think it's Alexis because I think like Alexis said, man, when she came on, it was just really kind of stepping to the role and just kind of taking her under my wing.
Mm-hmm.
And just wanting to see her grow into her character and just be there for her as much as I can, for advice or, just anything in life. You know what I mean? Because I know coming up for me, I didn't really have that. I didn't have anybody like that. So
Uh-huh.
I just made a vow to say, hey, listen, if I'm ever in that position, to just make sure that, what I mean, I step up, big brother role or whatever it is, and just kind of be a mentor, advice, and just watching them blossom and wanting the best. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Right.
You want me to cry? Is that what you want?
Hello, how
No,
he
you can
speaks of
cash at me.
you.
You can cash
Oh,
at me.
Yes.
oh, and boop, there it goes. There it goes. You know what, Kareem? I just was about to say how he speaks so highly of you. I would want somebody like that, but then boom, you can cash at me. Girl, you paid him for that. Go ahead and send an invoice so we all know. Greta, I wouldn't even take it personally anymore. I almost told you to roll up your sleeves if you had some, but now we know the truth. And
I
it's
know.
like, it's a paid
Now we
type of
know.
friendship. You know what? If we got to pay for it, fine. We'll send it over to Kareem. It's fine. And you know what? This is why it wasn't a whisper safe zone, Greta. I got you, girl. I got you. I got you. And this is why. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me today. This has been amazing to hear and get to know about you guys and learn more about your characters in this upcoming season. We are so excited to be watching and just enjoying the journey that you guys built and get to blossom and show us so much of yourselves and personalities throughout the characters and stuff. So thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank
Thank you.
you for
Thank
having
you.
us. It was so fun.
Appreciate it. Absolutely.
Of course, I didn't hear anything y'all said, but I just knew it meant, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's days.
Thank you.
Indeed.
As
Thank you
well.
guys.
Bye.
Y'all, they're all so sweet. I literally love them. Season 7 is so good. Trust me, I know it's so good. It's literally amazing. I can't wait. I want to show y'all a little clip. So get ready. Hold on to your horses. We're going to show y'all a clip, okay? Yes, Greta, you're
I'm so
fine.
sorry, but Dad, he's here and you have to meet him. Yeah. Coach Jordan.
Hey, KJ. Good to see you. How you doing?
I'm good. This is my dad, Cassius. Dad, this is the Jordan Baker.
Easy now. Jordan Baker is more than fine. We could drop the V.
Bruh, you have every passing record at Beverly.
I suppose I do, don't I? Yeah. You know what? You will be breaking those very soon.
Yeah, maybe if my teammates could catch the ball.
Son, why don't you go grab us some seats, huh? Show's about to start.
Okay, yeah, cool. I got you, Pops.
Good kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations on that QB job at South Crenshaw.
Congrats to you, too. Yeah. As a former player here, I got to say, best of luck this season.
We don't need luck. We're bringing the chip back to Beverly this season.
All right. I mean, you got to come through us first, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the plan.
What is going on today?
Y'all. Just that clip alone has me excited. Y'all, I want to take this time as a reminder. Make sure y'all tune in to All American on Mondays at 8 p.m. and 7 p.m. Central on the CW app, or you can stream it on the CW, and you can stream it next day on the CW app for free, okay? And I also want to take this time as a final reminder about the partnership with Red Cross. Following the close of this live, the CW will make a donation to Red Cross. So I want to also thank everybody who has donated, and if you want to join and help us donate, the link is right there above. So click it and donate whatever your heart's feeling. You know, every dime counts. Every dime, nickel, penny, and dollar, no matter the cost. But I want to take the time to thank you guys for joining us today and just watching. And I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I have, because this is so cool to hear about season 7 of All American and just get to know everybody's character, the ins and outs, and we get to know the behind the scenes and the tea behind all the characters. So that was cool, so cool to see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream as much as I have. And make sure you stay tuned to see what else they have in store for us. But love you guys. Good night.